YouTube, what's going on, y'all? We back again with another video. Today's video, I'm finna talk about something that doesn't get talked about a lot, you know what I mean? So basically, I'm finna talk about why you should always be willing to listen to feedback, you know what I'm saying? Especially from people who are more experienced in a field that you wanna work in. The reason why you wanna always have an ear open to feedback is because you want to get better, you know what I'm saying? And I think this is an issue that me personally, I think males have more than females, is that we like to think that we can always do things ourselves. We don't need help from nobody. You know what I'm saying? We like to think like a one-man army and not have any help along. But the truth is, you're not successful without some kind of help, you know what I'm saying? And this is where feedback is important, is because whenever you listen to someone who gives you feedback, they're looking at it from a third person point of view. Sometimes when you're so consumed in yourself, you don't really realize the mistakes you're making, you know what I mean? So having that person that's looking at it from like a bird's eye view, giving you positive feedback / constructive criticism is always good, because it gives you a chance to reflect on what you're doing, if you're doing it right or wrong, you know what I'm saying? Tweak up what you gotta tweak up, and then go at it again, you know what I mean? But now, I also believe feedback is very important because, and my bad if I keep stopping between, because I'm literally just going off my head, but I also feel like feedback is also important because it allows you to be better tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. That's why you guys can't be afraid to make mistakes, because that's the only way you learn. And when you learn from your mistakes, you get better at what you do, you know what I'm saying? So that you don't make those same mistakes over and over again. And feedback ties into this stuff because, you know what I'm saying, like I said, it allows you to look at what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. So then you can look at you know what I'm saying? So what you're doing right, you keep doing those things right, and then what you're doing wrong, you can see what you're doing wrong, and then fix it and figure out how to fix it, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting a little bit off topic, that's my fault. So with feedback, right, it's always good, and especially if it's from someone that has more experience in the field that you're trying to enter, you definitely want to listen to feedback because they've been through the process either longer than you, or they've been through it and you haven't been through it yet. So it's better to have that knowledge of what you're going to get into, or have that knowledge of what it is before you get yourself into it, you know what I'm saying? Like, say for example, you're trying out for basketball, right? And you have a friend who's already tried out for that same school, and they know how the coaches are, they know what they're looking for. Always be willing to ask them, like, yo, what do they look for? What do they check for? Anything I need to know before I go, you know what I'm saying? And then he'll probably tell you, like, oh, the coaches look for how hard you work, your attitude, you know what I'm saying? How good are you on the ball? How good are you defensively? Stuff like that. So now you know that's what they're looking for. So you know what I'm saying? Now, what you have to do is sharpen those skills up. So when you sharpen those skills up, come tryout day, you're ready to go. Now you're balling like Curry type shit, you know what I'm saying? So feedback is very, 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 very important, but no one ever talks about it. You know what I'm saying? Especially us young people, we need to let go of the idea of, oh, we can do this ourselves. Oh, we don't need our parents. Oh, we don't need no one to help us. I got this, bro. Just let me do it myself. We have to kind of start to let go of this, because when we just hold on to this idea that we're only gonna do this myself, and I'm not gonna get any advice from anybody, when we fail, it hurts more, because you don't get that. Because I think, here's the thing, right? I think we choose not to look for feedback from people, or hear like what we've done wrong. I think for instant gratification on our end, to protect our egos, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes the only way you'll really understand is if someone just tells you, you know what I'm saying? So it's always good to have an ear out Listen, now I'm not saying you need to take feedback from everybody, because some people could just be giving you feedback, you know what I'm saying, and it's not genuine. So that type of feedback you don't want to listen to. But I'm talking about real, genuine feedback from someone who has wisdom. You always want to keep your ear out for that, you know what I'm saying? And back to what I was saying before. Feedback, what is it? Feedback. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So with feedback, right? You basically, my bad. Okay. So the reason why we need to let go of this idea that we don't need help is because we are looking for we're looking for internal pleasure from something that we do by ourselves, but sometimes it just doesn't work that way. So it's always, and no one who does anything does it by themselves. Drake did not become the biggest rapper on the planet by himself. Jay-Z did not become a multi-millionaire by himself. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James did not become the best NBA player of this generation by himself. He always heard feedback from coaches. You know what I'm saying? Drake always had feedback from people like Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. That feedback allows you to grow your mind so that you know what I'm saying, what to do right and what to do wrong. You know what I'm saying? And back to my point from earlier in this video, that's why we cannot be afraid to fail. Because literally failure, you don't learn from succeeding, you learn from failing. Because you don't make mistakes when you succeed, you make mistakes when you fail. And those mistakes allow you to become better tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. So yeah, man. Basically, always keep your ear out for feedback, you know what I'm saying? Always. It's very important, and the day you choose to open up your ears and listen to what somebody is saying might be one of the most important days of your life. Because when you become successful, you'll look back and be like, thank God I listened to this person. Because had I not and just did things my own way, I could have got lost. And better yet, I may not have gone to where I wanted to get. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically it, man. All in all, feedback is important. Always be willing to listen to somebody who has more information in something that you're looking to look at or something that you want to be a part of, so that you know what to expect going into it, all right? So basically, yeah, that's basically it for the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.